We were on a video conference with our colleagues in Japan whenever we were notified that there's been a civil unrest situation, mass riots, violence, and stuff like that in the city. So we're going to have to actually try to evacuate as soon as possible. A lot of the roads are closed down, so we're going to have to try to move out on foot. So we need to go get our stuff and start moving out. Just go ahead and change the clothes so I'm not wearing a suit around town. It's always good to have a change of clothes. It's always good to have a get home bag in your vehicle, something that's stocked with a lot of goodies. What I've got is just an average get home bag, nothing spectacular with me for this scenario we're running. Just the basic, the essentials, and hopefully it'll help you with yours. So basically, I'm just trying to avoid, the main streets as much as possible, walk through as many, smaller alleys and walkways as I can. I got my kit with me. This is basically my life support, so I can't lose it. I got to make sure that I can maintain that. But basically, I don't want to be, panicking or anything like that yet. I don't want to, cause anyone to, look at me or thinking anything about me. Just kind of want to just mosey through like, gray man, baseline movement type stuff. If I have to run, then I will to avoid, any kind of problems. But right now, I just want to kind of blend in while I'm walking. A good item for your urban survival kit is a Silcock key. It's something that you can use to, get water from industrial faucets. In a situation where I'm having to, get home from an urban scenario, I may need to fill up my water bottle, and this key will help me do that. Now I have some water. It's getting late now in the afternoon. It's getting dark around 5:30, so I don't have much time before nightfall. I hadn't eaten. I've gotten water, as you've seen, but because this bag's in my vehicle, I just keep these emergency food rations because they can be stored in high heat, low temperature, stuff like that. They're not the best caloric-wise, but they store very well, have a long shelf life, and I can eat them on the move without cooking. So this is what I'm going to be eating now. It's essentially like a bar, like a cookie, and I can eat this on the move. Now I really need to look for shelter. I hadn't been able to move out the city tonight because it's been so much chaos and violence going on around here that I hadn't been able to get out, so I'm going to have to really find a good hide spot tonight. So it's gotten dark now. I've been trying to navigate around a lot of the riots and the violence and looting that's going on. So I'm trying to maneuver around. So I'm having to take a lot of alleys that I don't really know, and I don't really have maps. I'm trying to use my compass to keep me on a cardinal kind of direction because I know what direction I need to go. So I'm just trying to move around. You have to be careful moving on main streets. You can be seen. I'm kind of moving through these back alleys so nobody can really see me. It's kind of dark, and try to stay away. Now you do got to be careful because a lot of homeless people, a lot of gangs and stuff will hang out, set up shop, drug dealers in back alleys, criminal opportunists, and they may try to take what I have because I'm in their territory. So I got to be real careful and be prepared and keep my situational awareness up, really keep around, make sure nobody's going to get a jump on me coming out of any of these corners. I would never advocate, I would always advocate giving up your property first, but in a grid down scenario where this is all I have to survive, I may go ahead and take the chance depending on the situation. This technique that I'm about to demonstrate and teach is an actual Marine Corps martial art technique for pistol disarmament from the front, or counter to a pistol from the front. And, it's something that you need to do quick. It's something you need to practice on, and obviously you need to use, don't use a real pistol. So for this technique, somebody comes up with a single arm draw. They need to be in close proximity. Now the thing is, people use pistols for fear, so they get up on you and touch you with it. If somebody's standing back, they may shoot you. Somebody up close is probably not going to shoot you. They're just trying to intimidate you with the weapon. So they come up with a pistol single armed. to you, you need to get close enough to it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna raise your hands up in a passive aggressive, hey, don't kill me. You know, this way you got your hands up. And then you're gonna move your body away, get the weapon offline, so it's all off your body. So you're just gonna twist, grabbing the wrist. And now from here, I'm gonna C-clamp the weapon right here in the middle of the weapon. And I'm gonna turn and snatch away. And then I can do whatever I need to do. So there's no possible way, I'm holding him here so he can't fight, and there's no possible way a human can hold that weapon if I twist it away. If I get that C-clamp, I got the more force to it, and you can always rip a weapon away for someone like that. And worst case scenario, if he's got his finger on the trigger, he shoots himself, you know, whenever I'm taking the weapon from him. So that's that technique. It can be done. I'll demonstrate again. So passive aggressive, get your hands up, get your body offline, twist your body, come back, and then I can do whatever I need to do. Let's talk about, you know, now that I've gotten an encounter, I've got a weapon now, so I, you know, can defend myself much better. What I need to look for now is too dark for me to keep moving because I may keep running into things like that. People trying to take my stuff or rob or kill me. So what I need to look for is a hide spot. Now I'm in the middle of the city. Usually you want to look for a safe house. The safe house would be a bug out location or a spot you've already pre-prepared. You can do a shelter. A shelter is something that's going to keep and protect me from the elements and killing me. You know, like, you know, hypothermia, stuff like that, getting wet. Right now the weather's fine, it's a little cool. So all I really need tonight is a hide spot, somewhere I can hide, keep, you know, from being seen and stuff like that, and somewhere I can easily guard myself. So what I thought about, I'm gonna keep looking around, but I could access, I've seen a ladder over here, I could access the roof of one of these buildings. That'd be a good high spot. It gives me a way to look at all the alleys and see what's going on. And I can kind of, you know, it's hard for somebody to get to, I'll hear somebody trying to get to me. So that's a perfect hide spot, and that may be what I do tonight. Or I may get in one of these trash cans around here. Sometimes a hot spot is the most dirtiest thing that you see because nobody else wants to go in there. They don't expect you to be there, but because the grid is down, it just went down. So nobody's gonna be looking in trash cans yet. Now weeks go by with the grid being down, they may start looking at trash cans to try to find food. So right now a trash can would be a good place to go because it's dirty and nobody's gonna look for me there, but it could be a bad place in a few weeks. Circling back on safe house, shelter, and hide spot. I'm nowhere near my safe house. I don't really need a shelter because, you know, it's not raining, it's not really that cold. I don't need a fire or anything like that. So all I really need right now is a hide spot. I'm still in the city, still dangerous, still mass looting, violence, all that kind of thing. So I need to, you know, kind of just get a hide spot, stay hidden, and kind of defend myself. I probably won't get much sleep tonight, but I found this old building in an alley, and I got my pistol now from the guy that tried to rob me. So I'm just gonna hide out behind this building in the shadows, make sure I'm in the shadows, and this is in the corner, so there's only one way to access this, so I will know you come this way. I put all kinds of debris and trash and stuff in front of me, so they're gonna step on that and make noise. You know, chip bags and trash, so they'll step on that, make noise, alert me, so then I'll know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my hide spot, and I'll see you guys in the morning.